And welcome back to Trojan Stadium here on CUTV. Once again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Alongside me is Matt Hagee, and you're joined in for the game of the week here on CUTV. And looks like California is set to receive the ball, Matt. And Jeff Morgan's won the toss, so that means they will receive the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and I always like that strategy. I mean, I'm a big Madden guy. I always do that on Madden. But Jeff Morgan with the ball first here. Big player to watch for Cal High School tonight is the senior wide receiver, Casey Zajac. He is a converted quarterback to wide receiver. We saw him play last year's game when we were here for Clare. As California is getting ready to get this back here. Looks like they got two men back, and should be a great one, Anthony. Two great Tri-County South programs here.
Yeah, it really is. And it looks like Casey Zajac is number 10. He is on the far side of the field ready to return the kick. And Jeff Morgan lined up for the kick. That is number 11, Bo Ricky. Kick is away, and we are off. Kick is returned. Runs up the middle, missing a few tackles, and finally getting brought down there around the 32-yard line. And, Matt, a good start for the California not Vulcans, but Trojans.
It's
two California teams.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is California's local team, and that was Tyler Rothfuss there on the return for the Trojans. They will start at about their 32-yard line here, and it should be interesting to see how California comes out here against this pretty stingy Rocket defense. Tyler Troutman, the quarterback.
And Tyler Troutman in the shotgun, one sidecar to the left, three wide receivers to the right. Snap, pass, up the middle, and no one home for the Trojans. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, but even though that pass was really sailed incomplete, I like the arm there on Troutman. If they can try to get guys like Zajac deep, they can try to hurt this Jeff Morgan defense. I don't think Jeff Morgan's really seen a team that passes the ball a lot like Cal High School does.
No, definitely not. And 2nd down and 10, Matt, what kind of play do you think California might run?
Well, they might try. It looks like they're going to try to open up the air, but we'll see maybe if they try to keep the Rockets honest as a defense and go to like a draw play or something here lined up. It looks like about broken eye formation.
Troutman under center. Snaps it, hands it off up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and he is gone. That is number 28, Jonathan Woodman, finally getting tackled out of bounds, but not before a Trojan first down past the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Jonathan Wood there, first carry of the game. Mentioned they go to a run play to change it up, and they get a nice hole here on the left side here. And Wood, great speed, cuts it out here and gets some decent blocking and gets in Rocket territory here for a first down. But for California High School, you got to defend home turf, and this is a big first drive.
And it really is. Pushing down the field early here as Troutman is under center. Two wideouts to the near side. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Troutman snaps, hands it off up the middle again. And finally getting tackled down is going to be around 2nd and 5. That is again Jonathan Wood.
And they run Wood up the middle this time. And I'm looking out here. It looks like Jeff Morgan definitely has the size advantage on the line here, but that doesn't mean that California can have more strength than them. You see they're plowing ahead here. I see 76 and 79 for Jeff Morgan. There are some big boys, 315 and 350 in the middle of the line. That's tough to go through.
Yeah, it really is. They're plowing through them, though. It's going to be 2nd and 4, actually. Give them another yard here. It's shotgun formation, one sidecar to the left, three wideouts to the near side. Troutman under center. Snap is away. Looking to pass deep down the field. Incomplete pass deep down the field. That was number 10. Casey Zajac actually was on the play. That was a wildcat formation, Matt.
It was, and Zajac here wanted a flag, but this ball was, again, overthrown by Troutman. And you see the Jefferson Morgan defender there fall down, but it was just ball overthrown for even though there was a little contact, but there was no way Zajac was going to catch the ball.
And my apologies. Zajac is actually the wide receiver. He's not the quarterback this year, as Tyler Troutman is the quarterback. My apologies. Motion to the right. Troutman going to keep it himself. And that one is going to be, are they going to spot him for the first down? Looks like they are going to spot him enough for the first down.
It's funny you said about that wildcat formation. This is actually the wildcat formation you were thinking of. They run Zajac up the middle here. I like the play call. Zajac's one of the fastest guys on the field, and he gets the first down for Cal High.
I just predicted it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
A good run there by Zajac. He can really do it all as the wide receiver or in the wildcat formation because he was the quarterback before.
That he was.
So huddling up now is California, going down the field in Jeff Morgan territory. as Troutman in the shotgun, one sidecar to the near side. Motion right from one of the wide receivers. Handoff and tripped up at the line. That was number 13 for the Trojans. That was J.C. Conaway finally getting tripped up.
We're going to see a replay right here, a little misdirection, a handoff here, but that Jefferson Morgan defender right in the front there. Looks like that was number 53, Jadon O'Neal, with a nice arm tackle to bring him down and give California High School.
And he was actually down on his knees when he got the play.
That's a tough football play.
If he didn't tackle him, it could have been gone. It was a great jet sweep. Tyler Troutman under center, broken I formation, twins to the near side. Troutman hands it off. Again, it's Wood. Getting tackled there, hardly any gain. That's 1 yard gain at that. 3rd and about 9 for the Trojans.
And Dalton Fowler, number 55 for the Rockets there on the stop. They try Wood up the middle here, but a nice play there. No one blocking Fowler on the play. He came right up the middle there, bring up about a 3rd and 9.
And looking to pass here on 3rd down, most likely will be the Trojans, as Tyler Troutman has not completed a pass yet today. Looking to complete his first pass in Jeff Morgan territory. Shotgun trips to the near side, one sidecar to the left. Troutman takes it, bobbles the snap, has to go by himself, and finally gets sacked behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Brendan Kostic there on the snap, and he's thought there was a fumble, but it looks like we'll see Troutman was down when he gets sacked here. That line just collapsed. It looked like that play was busted. You could see his knees were on the ground there, both knees. But when Troutman bobbled the snap, that play was just destroyed from the beginning. So tough break there for the Trojans.
Yeah, it really is. Punting away for the California Trojans. It's 2 men deep for Jeff Morgan. And there's a flag on the play as the snap was bobbled. Let's see what the call is. And it is a false start on the Trojans, so adding insult to injury with that false start.
I mean, it's not really, I guess you could say, adding insult to injury. It kind of actually helps him a little bit. It helps the punter out because he has more room to try to pin the Rockets back deep here.
I do have a point there. Now punting from about the 39-yard line, 42-yard line, beg your pardon. Snap is away. Kick is a nice kick. And let the ball bounce as the California Trojans are going to down it around the 16-yard line.
So he does the job there, pins the Rockets back deep inside the 20. Now we get to see this Jeff Morgan offense led by Eli Raphael. You'll see him, number 2 on your screen here, junior quarterback for the Rockets. Like I said, this is a Rockets team. We're going to see a lot of running out of this team. And I look at the stats here. Raphael has only attempted 18 passes all season.
But he's got 209 yards with them.
It's not bad when he goes to the air, but if Jeff Morgan can get that down, they can be really balanced.
And Raphael in the shotgun, motion one sidecar to the far side. Snaps away, toss to the right. Running up the middle, finally getting tackled by a host of Trojans. Going to be 2nd down and 5. Couldn't tell who was the running back.
That was Trevor Nia for Jeff Morgan here, and we saw him a lot last year when we did that game against Carmichael's, and Nia went up the middle here. He is their featured back. He is one of the senior leaders on this team, and for this Jeff Morgan team, there's not many seniors on it. So Jeff Morgan's it's a pretty young team and a young, experienced team that going forward could really make some noise here in the Tri-County South.
And most definitely is right about 2nd and 5 here. Raphael under center, shotgun, handoff up the middle. Got a lane, finally tackled down, but not before a 1st down, and that was number 5, Joe Headley, the 5'10 junior for Jeff Morgan.
And Jeff Morgan presents with a nice 2-back punch right there. This time it's Headley, and he just goes right up the middle there. Looks like Headley's one of the more speed backs, and he could go right up the middle there, plow ahead, 1st and 10 for the Rockets here.
Averaging 3.6 yards per carry, 116 yards so far this season. Jeff Morgan, Raphael, shotgun, hands it off. That one's Headley again. He's up the middle, but tackled at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets.
Looks like Ben Blitzky got in on the stop there for the Trojans here. So we have 7:06 left here in the 1st quarter. But Headley, they do a nice misdirection there. Kind of an interesting snap and handoff, but Cal High was not fooled that time.
I know they weren't. And good defensive stand by the defensive lineman for Cal High, as Jeff Morgan is still in the huddle. Finally breaks, and Raphael again in shotgun, 2 sidecars, 1 on the other side and twins to the near side. Raphael snaps, rolls to the left, looking to pass, passes up the middle, no one there. It's number 45. That's Jacob Bissett finally getting tackled down by the 40 at the 45-yard line. Big gain for Jeff Morgan Rockets.
Oh, I like this play call here by the Rockets. They roll Rafael out here, and he's got enough time to turn on his back here. You'll see with the replay here. They'll roll him out. He's got enough blocking there. He turns around. He's able to set his feet and throws. And there is Bissett wide open. And you mentioned Jeff Morgan doesn't throw the ball a lot, but when they do, they can really do some damage. And now they're in Trojan territory.
And that they are. Raphael again in the shotgun. Twins to the left, motion to the left. Option tosses to the left as well, and that's going to be number 5, Headley. He's got a lane. He's at the 25 and finally getting tackled down. Stood up there by J.C. Conaway for the Trojans. That was a good stop there. It could have been all the way.
Yeah, Headley shows his speed here on the near side of the field, down the sideline, and he honestly, I thought he was going to go out of bounds, but he kept fighting, and he was taken down by Zajac, and it was a pretty hard tackle to the ground. But now Jeff Morgan, deepest penetration in the Trojan territory so far today.
And if I'm the Trojan, that's the second time they kind of ran that play. This time was a different side, but when there's a motion to that side, they're going to run to that toss.
They see the weakness, and they can use Headley's speed.
And Raphael hands it off up the middle. It's going to be a gain of 4 yards on the play.
And they go with Headley again here. Headley comes into this game actually the team's leading rusher with 116, and he's got much more than that right now. But you can get a guy like Neo to complement him. We saw in the first carry of the game here. It presents a big problem if the team cannot stop the run. And again, like on their defensive line, Jeff Morgan once again has decided size advantage. And for single A teams, these linemen are pretty much two-way players.
And that they are. And Raphael again in the shotgun, twins to the right, motion right, one of the sidecars. It's a handoff up the middle. This time it is number 34, Kina, again, getting about 5 yards on the carry. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 for the Jeff Morgan Rockets.
And they get it back to Kania up the middle. Nothing fancy, just trying to set him up for a 3rd and manageable here. Actually, it will be a 3rd and 1. So Jeff Morgan will try to do here, see if California High School tries to stack the box here, because they know it's probably going to be a run play.
Raphael under center. Hands it off up the middle. It's Kina again. 1st down for the Trojans at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, that's just simple line power. Look at the big guys up front there, just pushing Cal High at least 5 yards back there, and well ahead for Kania to get the 1st down. And Cal's line is getting worked so far.
And the one thing that I'm noticing for the Jeff Morgan offensive line, they're taller than the California linemen. They got that big power behind them as Raphael is under center again. Same formation. Handoff up the middle again. It's Kina getting about 2 yards on the carry at about the 10-yard line.
I think that was actually Headley there on the run, but they've been going back and forth, and you go over in the middle. A lot of those bodies you can't really see the numbers, but again, they're just trying to power Headley through the line there and just trying to go up the middle. Let's see if they try to bounce it outside like before, or even try to get like maybe a play action or something, a play action rollout to get a Raphael out and maybe get a receiver to roll out towards the end zone.
Yeah, definitely. And they're in the red zone here at the 10-yard line. Same formation. Raphael under center. Toss to the outside. That is Headley. Can he get a lane? No, he can. Gets about 1 yard on the carry. It's 3rd down and about 7.
So they try to use Headley here on the pitch toss here, but that was kind of a slow toss than what they've been running, and Headley was already 5 yards in the backfield, so he really couldn't have a lot of room to work with, and the Trojans did a nice job of clogging up any holes for him to go through here. So it's 3rd down and 8. They're at the 9-yard line, so 1st down is the 1 yard line. They do not need to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, California did a great job on defense that time, forcing him to go inside instead of cutting outside, so the linebackers were right there for California. As same formation, Raphael again under center. Handoff up the middle. That is, a pass play. Touchdown, Jeff Morgan. What was that? That was Ellie Raphael. Fake handoff. Touchdown, Jeff Morgan.
That's what they did on the last play. They rolled Raphael out as a play action, and the same guy he hit on the first pass of the game, Jacob Bissett there. Great catch in the end zone, and the Rockets strike first. Look at that. They roll him out there. No one's watching him. And I think he faked out pretty much that Cal defense, and easy touchdown there for Bissett. Just fell right in the end zone. 6-0 Rockets.
Yeah, perfect play as a extra point is going to be attempted. Kick is up, and it's good. The score 7-0 in favor of Jeff Morgan Rockets here on CUTV.
Don't miss your chance to catch the best pro wrestling on the planet. Ring of Honor returns to the Pittsburgh area at the Convo Center at Cal U, Friday, September 25th at 7:30 p.m. with appearances by the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, and many more. Experience body slamming, super kicking pro wrestling action live. Visit ROHWrestling.com now for tickets and info.
And welcome back to Trojan Stadium for California high school football here at Trojan Stadium in California Borough. And Matt, Jeff Morgan just scored 7-0.
And they just powered right down the field there, and they changed it up, and they ran the ball most of the time, but then when they needed to, they passed, and they got it done. 2 big pass plays on that drive, 1 leading in the touchdown.
The kick is away. Return there. That is number 24, Tyler Rothfuss, getting away, going to the outside, 35, 40, 45, finally getting tackled by a host of Jeff Morgan players, but not a bad run there by Rothfuss.
That was a pretty good run there, but it looks like he was in slow motion to start here. He went up the middle, and looks like a couple of the Rockets, the players were there and kind of shot to tackle him, but they kind of just stopped, and they let him bounce out to the outside. He hesitated and let it, and we're going to take a look at the touchdown again, Anthony. And look, it's great fake right here. And Rafael just bounces out here. It looks like he's going to take it himself, but he just winds up and throws. He kept those pump fakes confused the Trojan defense and was able to finally get Bissett to break free for the touchdown.
And now it's California Trojans' turn to try to get a touchdown or maybe a field goal. Troutman all alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, runs it himself, going up the middle, finally getting tackled out around the 50-yard line. Big hit there by number 55. That's Dalton Fowler.
Yeah, that was a big hit. That was just planted. You're going in the ground here. That was another Wildcat. This time they used Austin Grillo, the backup quarterback. He's a freshman, and it looked like he had a nice hole at first, but Dalton Fowler just introduced him to the artificial turf here at Trojan Stadium.
And that he did, and brings up 2nd and 5 for the Trojans at the 50-yard line. See what the Trojans can concoct here on 2nd and 5. They're still huddling up, and as the play clock still runs, they finally break the huddle. Troutman, one sidecar, takes it. It is not Troutman. It is again flagged, though. It is a wild card. That was Jonathan Wood on the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, the Trojans are putting a lot of different people in the backfield. They put Zajac, they put Wood there, but penalty wipes it out here. It looks like it's going to be another false start on the Trojans. That's their second one of the game here. We're going to see what they'll go with. They're going to send Wood back out there with the play call, so they might try to do the same thing and try to use Wood in a Wildcat package.
And that penalty just negated that first run up the middle, as now it's 2nd down and about 10. As Wood is under center. Takes it himself again, and Jeff Morgan was ready for that one. There was no way he was getting anywhere.
Yeah, that was 6'2", 315-pound tackle, Diary Davis, and he was just camping out there, just blew right by his lineman. And when a big man like that gets a hold of you, you're probably going to go right to the ground there. And Jeff Morgan just showing that line power they've had so far in this first quarter.
And it looked like he was going up against Mason Grill, the offensive lineman for the Trojans. It just looked like you had that size advantage for Jeff Morgan. Even on the defense side, they still have that size advantage.
We're going to see Troutman back in at quarterback here.
It's Troutman in the shotgun, motion to the near side. Screen pass, that is to Wood, and he is stopped behind the line. 4th down and long for the Trojans. Looks like they're going to be punting yet again.
And Anthony, Dalton Fowler so far is everywhere. He is everywhere. That's actually, Zach Schaefer, there on the tackle. I saw a 5, but you could just see Jeff Morgan's just plowing right through there. And that was Schaefer and Fowler there. Camera was following Schaefer, and I got confused for a second, but Fowler is at least a couple tackles for loss. This kid's pretty impressive.
And that he is. And quick punt. Punt is away. It's a high punt, but rather short. As it bounces, actually hits the Jeff Morgan player. That was number 23. That was David Blaker, but it went out of bounds, so no harm, no foul.
And the Rockets will start here from their own 38 with 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pretty quick first quarter here, but with a lot of those run plays, that's what you're going to see out of this game. Both of these teams not really going to the air, not many incomplete passes. And Anthony, here's Jeff Morgan's schedule here. And with the exception of getting blown out against Frazier, but that's not a bad loss at all here. They take care of business against West Green Novella, and then they have a big matchup after California against a very surprised Bentworth team at home.
And that they do. And back to action here. 1st and 10 for Jeff Morgan. Raphael under center. Handoff flag is thrown right near the line of scrimmage. Get about 3 yards on the play. We'll see what the flag is.
And we'll see what the flag is there. That was Kania on the carry again up the middle. He got about 3 or 4 yards. But looks like they will call a hold here on the Rockets. That will be their first penalty of the game, and it'll back them up 10 yards.
And not necessarily a good penalty there for the Rockets. It's holding back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And we'll check the replay here. As you see there, could have been a holding penalty there for Jeff Morgan.
Yeah, it was just a big mess there. And with Jeff Morgan's power so far they've had on the line, they normally maybe you don't see that type of penalty, but they've had success. But we started to see the Trojans start to break through the line on those last couple plays when they're trying to run the ball here. But they're trying to key on the run because that's what Jeff Morgan's still going to do. They're just going to pound it all night long.
And Twins to the far side. Motion left. Raphael hands it off again to Headley. Headley up the middle. He gets to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29-yard line, as that is going to kill the end of the first quarter here. Jeff Morgan 7, California 0. And we're going to keep it here, actually. We're going to actually look at the top 3 plays on our TV show, High School Roundup, where we show different scores and standings from around the High School Football League.
Yeah, and Anthony, we saw some pretty good plays last week, but from both Thomas Jefferson, Laurel Highlands game, and our game, Derry and Charleroi here. And it had to be Tim Vecchio for the blue ribbon play for Penn Trafford Connellsville. You'll see number 3 here. We're going to go to Derry, and this was Sonny Stevens, backup quarterback. Owen Whitaker, great leaping catch there. That gave Derry the lead for good in this game and gave Derry the big road win over Charleroi.
And I did it. Number 2 here, it's going to be Laurel Highlands and Penn Trafford. And going up the run, Quentin Hill breaking a few tackles, and he's going to be gone to the house, and that will do it for Laurel Highlands in that game. And Matt, number 1 play.
And number 1 here was a Charleroi Cougars player. This is going to be Trey Duyan here. He'll take it at about his own 35-yard line, makes a couple of men miss, and he was gone. Look at that speed he has, but unfortunately for Charleroi, he did get this kick return touchdown after the safety. He got hurt in that game, and Charleroi's offense was not the same after he was lost here. But then you see, was it enough for the blue ribbon play? No, it was not. Tim Vecchio still with the longest play in CUTV high school football history. Continues his reign at blue ribbon for another week. But we'll see what we come up with this week from this game and also Laurel Highlands.
And Raphael looking to pass, goes deep down the field and overthrown. His good coverage there was Colin Phillips for California.
Yeah, they was going for Jake Bissett there. And these stats, there's only been 3 Jeff Morgan players that have caught a pass in this game. It was Jake Bissett, it was Mike Metz, and also Trevor Nia with 1 catch each. Metz and Nia had 1 catch each. Bissett coming in this game had 8 catches, and add 2 more tonight. He's got 10 receptions. So Jeff Morgan can't be predictable just throwing it to the same guy.
I know they can't, but if you're California, looking at Jake Bissett does catch most of the passes, so looking to cover him maybe a little more than Mike Metz and Trevor Nia, but you can't leave them wide open either. As Raphael under center tosses far side. That's pass from the running back as it's going to be overthrown, but that was Joe Headley attempting to pass the ball.
Yeah, a little trickeration there. They bounce Headley out. Looks like it's going to be a run play, but then he just winds up and tosses the ball here. And he had Bissett open, but he just overthrew him. You can see he had the beat on his defender there, Phillips. Just didn't work out. Jeff Morgan's so close, and now they're going to get to punt the ball.
First time Jeff Morgan punting the ball today, and California returning. Punter's ready. Takes the snap, punts it away. No return there for California. It's going to take a favorable bounce for Jeff Morgan. It's going to be around the 30-yard line. That's going to be the 31-yard line. It's going to be spotted for California.
And the Trojans will start at about their 31-yard line here. Here's Cal's schedule, and for the third straight year, they've had the honor of opening it with the Clareton Bears, and it did not go well. Same score as last year, 72-0, but then that big game with Avella. In that game, Gacy and Zajac scored 7 touchdowns in that game. They flexed their offensive muscles, but then they faced Beth Center, and they got crushed. They got flat out crushed. But then this is the time they get through Beth Center. They get through the toughest teams. They have Jeff Morgan this week, and they have a little bit more Greene County teams in them next week when they play Carmichael's. So this is the time where the Trojans, they have to get these wins. These are the playoff contender teams in the Tri-County South fighting for those last spots.
And that they are, as we're back to live action here. And trips to the far side, twins to the near side, motion to the far side. It's going to be a handoff to the side. That is number 28, Jonathan Wood. Gets around 6 yards on the carry, 2nd and 4 for the Trojans.
Yeah, they'll see here, they'll send Wood an end around motion here. Low snap, that's a good job there by the backup quarterback, Grillo, to handle it. And decent gain out of Wood. He's 7 yards there, bring up the 2nd and 3.
And that it will, and Trojans marching down the field towards Jeff Morgan territory. See what they will do next.
And we have 11:03 left here in the second quarter, but for the Trojans, you can try to just bounce it up here. They've been using different, they've mentioned they've been using the different guys. Looks like they bring Troutman back into the game at quarterback.
Troutman under center, hands it off up the middle. That is Wood up the middle again, getting about 2 yards on the carry. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 for the Trojans.
Yeah, we'll see where the officials spot the ball to give them the final warning here. They'll go Wood right up the middle here. And then right at attack there, that was Colton Davidson breaking through the line and standing Wood up to get any forward progress. They will call it a 3rd and 2 here, so 3rd manageable. The Trojans need this first down badly.
And Troutman is actually out of the play this time. I saw him jogging off to the sideline, so we'll see what kind of formation California comes up with here on 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to run Zajac out of the Wildcat.
And Zajac, Wildcat formation. Shotgun himself. Gonna run himself up the middle. Missing a few guys. He's up the middle. He's got a lane. Zajac at the 40-yard line. He's got one man to beat. Finally didn't get tackled. Breaking a few tackles and finally getting tackled around the 15-yard line. That was Joe Headley on the tackle. Big run there by Zajac.
Oh my goodness, what a run and what a play call here. Give it to your most talented athlete right here on 3rd down. He'll take it. It looks like just gets the easy first down right here. Look at the cutback here. Makes a couple guys miss, and he's got a lane. I thought he was going to break it there for a second, so kudos to the Rockets here. It looks like it's going to, that's Joe Headley there that helped bring them down, also with Colton Davidson again. This kid's tough to break down, but you can watch this kid fly. We'll see if the Trojans start to use more formations with them here if they keep trying to run them out of the Wildcat.
And that Trevor Nia actually was the one that kind of took Zajac.
Took a couple guys down to get him.
Really did, and back in the formation, California takes it again himself. And that one is going to be Wood on the Wildcat. Gets maybe about 4 yards on the carry.
And when the Trojans start throwing all those guys back there at Wildcat, or if they have their actual quarterback out there, the Rockets are going to be confused. They're not going to know what they're going to do there. And also, when you get Zajac back in the Wildcat, he can throw too. So it's going to keep, they're trying to keep the Rockets off balance here and guessing.
And Wood again is in the Wildcat formation, one sidecar to his right. And motion sidecar to his opposite side to the left. Takes the snap, bobbles the snap, low snap. He's going to take it himself. He's got a lane. It's a touchdown for California. That is Jonathan Wood on the touchdown Wildcat.
Oh, a nifty play there by Jonathan Wood. It looked like it was going to be a disaster at the start. Bobbled the snap, but he picked it right back up and creates a lane for himself there. Great speed up the middle, gets good blocking. Look at that block right there. That guy got thrown to the ground, and Wood walks in untouched to the end zone. This is exactly what the Trojans needed.
And it really is. California needs to manhandle this Jeff Morgan defense as they're up. They're calling holding. They're gonna call that holding for California, bringing the ball back
Anthony, that was a late flag because I didn't see anything at first there, but that's a tough break for the Trojans because that was a really good play.
And it really was. And as I was watching the replay, I didn't want to say there was holding, but it might have looked like he grabbed the shoulder pads and threw him down. As we'll see the play here again. As you look, there might have been holding
right
there
at
as
the
well,
front.
and there as well. So could have been holding for California. The referees interpreted that way, and we'll see what happens. Zajac is in the Wildcat formation this time. Sidecar to his right now. It's Jonathan Wood. Zajac takes the snap. Gonna take it himself, running up the middle, and gonna get tackled there. About 3rd and 5 now for the Trojans.
And then these last couple snaps for the Trojans have kind of been very awkward. The last one was in the turf. This one was almost in the turf. Zajac had nice hands there, caught the ball himself, and goes up the middle there. Ooh, look at him throw. Who was that off there? It looks like that was Eli Rafael, the Jeff Morgan quarterback, playing defense there, but he's just so strong. Casey Zajac is. He's only 5'11", 155, but you got to believe that's all muscle what he's doing out there.
And definitely Zajac again in the
Wood.
Wildcat. Wood actually now in the Wildcat formation. My apologies. Twins on both sides, one sidecar to the left. Wood takes it himself up the middle. Gonna get tripped up, but it is enough for the California first down.
And the Trojans, nice job there, getting those penalty yards back here. So we'll set up a 1st and goal. So Wood, who got the touchdown called back here, gets the handoff again, goes right up the middle. And looks like we're gonna have a timeout here by the Jeff Morgan Rockets with 7:54 left here in the second quarter with the Rockets up 7-0 here. The Trojans, they need this drive. It's tough to respond after you have a penalty like that. It calls back a touchdown because the Trojans worked so hard to get that touchdown, but they just kept it together, used the best players. We're going to take a look at the Tri-County South right here. Usual suspects up front. Fraser Beth Center 2 weeks. We're going to have that game. That's going to be wonderful. Bentworth is the team to watch here. They were 2 minutes and 54 seconds away from knocking off Fraser last week until Hunter Patterson got the touchdown in and gave Fraser the win. This Bentworth team, first time in a while they could be contending for the playoffs right here, and that's who Jeff Morgan will get next week. You see California right in the thick of things. They got the win over Vela, and they're going to be battling. This is, like I said, these are huge weeks for the Trojans. Look at that. Jeff Morgan and Carmichael. So it's like a Greene County sandwich they're in right there between those two schools, and they get to play them both tonight and next week. This is where if the Trojans can come away here with at least one win, they're going to set themselves up to get that 4th and final spot in the Tri-County South.
And this was California's best drive of the game so far with the Wildcat formation as well. So we'll see how they can handle it this time as it's Zajac all alone in the backfield. Trips right, Twins to the left. 1st and goal for the Trojans. Zajac takes it himself, goes to the left, breaks a few tackles and a touchdown, but a late flag here again for the California Trojans. It may be called back.
Yeah, we'll see right here, but that was a nice bounce out there. Pretty easy for Zajac to just bounce his way in, but the Trojans are walking back here, blocking the back. Another touchdown called back for the Trojans here. Oh, that is just devastating. Because, again, good play call. Get your best athlete out there, bounce him to the outside, throws a couple guys off. You can't arm tackle, but you can see right there in the back. I don't even know if he really even needed that block.
He really didn't. He had it all the way, and it's a 1st and goal, but it's going to be from the 15-yard line this time. So we'll see if the Trojans can work something out here. Trying to get these 2 touchdowns that got called back and get them back.
7:47 left here in the second quarter. Trojans have been eating up a lot of this second quarter time.
Zajac, same formation. Motions Wood. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself, and going to get tackled. And getting nowhere on the play was Zajac. Maybe about 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and guess who made the tackle on there? Dalton Fowler again, number 55 for Jeff Morgan. You can't keep running that same play call. Fowler just comes right out of nowhere there. He had some help too there, and they were waiting for it. They were waiting for Zajac to do something. So now we'll see who the Trojans put back there. Maybe move Zajac out of the game to try to keep him guessing.
And Zajac is coming back into the huddle.
Comes out with the play call, so they might be doing this again here. But I'm interested to see if they try to roll him out and try to throw the ball.
And definitely Zajac by himself again in the shotgun formation. One wide out to the right. Zajac takes the snap, rolls to the right. He's going to get tackled for a loss there. Good tackle on the play for Jeff Morgan.
That was Trevor Nia there ripping Zajac down in the backfield. You see Zajac again, tries to bounce him outside using that speed, but Nia was right there, just snuck up behind him and grabbed his jersey and threw him to the turf. That's textbook there to make the play there in the backfield, and Cal High School is going to be, this is 3rd and goal from the 15. Trojans will take a timeout here, but they need 15 yards here to keep this going, and with that penalty, that makes it 3rd and goal so much tougher than it would have been.
And it looks like Tyler Troutman is coming back in the quarterback for the Trojans. The Wildcat formation got them 2 touchdowns, but they were both called back for penalties, one for holding and one for blocking the back, and just costly penalties for the Trojans this second quarter.
And it's just a shame because, I mean, like I said, they worked so hard. They've consumed so much time. And, Anthony, one of my favorite, I don't know about you, my favorite social media things is Twitter. Twitter's awesome. And here's our Twitter page, at CUTV_PA. We love to interact with Twitter. Tweet us, please. We put all our videos on there. We put updates for our shows like our new show, After Hours, which was such a success last Wednesday. High School Roundup. If you want to suggest, if you're watching our game, suggest the top 3 play, please tell us. We love suggestions. We love talking to people on Twitter. Please tweet us. I can't say that enough.
Yeah, definitely. And if you got a video of one of the top plays you might have seen at one of your high schools, tweet that video to us too and let us watch it. We love seeing great plays from around the WPIL, or could be from anywhere actually, but tweet us definitely no matter where you are. As Troutman under center in the shotgun formation, trips to the right, twins to the left. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Gonna roll left, gonna run himself. He's got nothing. Finally taking it up to the 10-yard line, getting taken out of bounds. That's gonna be a 4th and goal for the Trojans.
And I think they were going to try to scramble Troutman here. I think that was a design quarterback run. If he didn't have anything, he looked really quick, didn't see anything, but Jeff Morgan was ready. He tried to find something in the middle, bounce it outside, but he's not fast enough to bounce at the outside like that. He's gang tackled there by Davidson and Nia. Again, Nia's had an unbelievable defensive series for this Rockets team so far. 4th and goal from the 11. The Trojans obviously are going to go for it here, I would think, and yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Same formation as before. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Troutman in the shotgun. He's waiting. Takes the snap, looks to pass. Deep down the middle and overthrown. Misses a man completely. Almost a miscommunication there. Turnover on downs for California.
Oh, Troutman's going to want that one back. He had Rothfuss wide open in the end zone there, but he threw wide left here. You'll see on our replay here. Good pass. Look at that. Wide open there on the left side there. Beat his defender, but he threw it in the wrong direction there. Might have been a miscommunication on the route. He's expecting him over there. But this Trojan drive, this is a backbreak. It's a big backbreaker early for the Trojans because they 2 touchdowns called back. They got to respond here on defense to give their offense a chance here with 6:21 left.
Raphael starting from the 11-yard line. Hands it off up the middle. Getting about 1 yard, 2 yards on the play. Looked like that one was Joe Headley on the play.
It was Headley. Nothing fancy about that one. Trying to move the line here. Again, we'll see what they give him. But this is where Jeff Morgan tried to establish the ball here. But the California Trojan defense here can get a 3 and out. They can get some decent field position out of this and try to work what they did earlier because they moved the ball. They've proven they can move the ball here, but it starts with the defense.
Raphael, same formation as before. Hands it off. It's going to be around the 20-yard line there. That was Trevor Nia on the play, the senior running back for Jeff Morgan.
And Nia trying to get back the complement, the 2-back set here. If it's not Headley, it's Nia. He gets a hole right there, but a nice tackle is there. Zajac tried to wrap him up, but that was Rothfuss finally bringing him down and sets up a 3rd and 2 here with 5:24 left here in the first half.
And how about that formation for Jeff Morgan as 3 backs in the backfield there. Can go to either one of that.
You never know. It's going to keep him guessing.
And goes to the opposite side. Same play as before, but flips the side. That's a 1st down for Jeff Morgan.
Looks like he got the spot. Looks like he got the 1st down here. They will move the change. Looks like they use Nia. Nia's more, it looks like he's a power back. Run him up the middle. Headley, that kind of wind bouncing to the outside. We're using his speed, and Nia picks up the big yards needed here to get the 1st down.
And again, that formation, they went same play, just opposite side, different player. So we'll see if they stick with that formation and can do different things with it. And they do stick with that formation. Raphael handing it off up the middle. It's Headley on the carry. It's going to get brought down around the 30-yard line.
Looks like that was David Blaker with his first carry of the game. He is the other senior tailback there with Nia, and it's almost becoming a three-headed monster. They can throw Blaker in there. We kind of see another team that reminds me that uses a lot of weapons, uses a lot of bullets in their gun is Best Center. They run a lot of different guys. Like they used to have Nico Brown with Anthony Welsh.
Raphael up the middle. It's good for the first down for Jeff Morgan.
Looks like they gave it the. Looks like that was Headley instead, and they pounded him right in the middle there. He got the jump. We'll see right here. Watch this blocking right there. It gets a hole for him. He leaps forward with that speed, already with momentum, and that was able to get him the first down here.
And they've used now every player in that formation, one on either side of Raphael, and finally the person behind all the other running backs, and that was Headley, and it's going to be Headley again up the middle, finally getting stopped there by the California Trojans. It's about 3 yards on the carry was Headley.
And even Headley there was still plowing ahead, getting tough yards. It's that push up front is where those big yards are huge later in the drive when they presented with 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 to get that extra push they need and create a hole for them to set up closer down. Now it's 2nd and 7. That's manageable to work with.
And look for the play action now. They've been running the ball really well against California. Look for the play action to fake out California. It's a run up the middle, and it's stopped there by California. Good run up the middle. This doesn't get any yards on that carry. 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans.
And that was tough running. That was Blaker. I don't even think they're going to give him any yards on that run. That will be a 3rd and 7 here. 3:12 and ticking here in the first half. But the Rockets taking their time, and instead they don't get the first down here. They're just trying to make sure the Trojans get nothing.
And it looks like Dalton Fowler was a little shaken up on that last play. See if he's okay to continue the game. He's still in there. As Raphael looks to pass now on 3rd down. Down the field. Bobbles it off the hands and incomplete. Had it in the hands of his wide receiver there. That was Bissett.
Boy, the Trojans are lucky that didn't pinball into the arms there of Bissett because he was wide open after that. We'll see who got a piece of that one there. Looks like, I don't know, I think the Rocket receiver in front of him, I couldn't see who that was, tipped it. If he didn't put his arms up there, Bissett, I think Bissett would have got the catch here.
And definitely gonna punt the ball is Jeff Morgan. So no harm, no foul for California as they turned the ball over the last drive. Punt is away. It's going to be fair caught there by Zajac at the 31-yard line.
Okay, so we got 2:38 here before first half. Trojans, they need to run a 2-minute drill. See what they do here. We'll see who they go with. But before we get to that, let's look at Facebook here. Another great social media platform we have. We post all our videos to every game we do, no matter what. It's high school, Cal football, Cal sports, anything, shows, high school roundup, top plays. It goes on our Facebook page here, and you can also interact with us on there. You can post any comments on the videos, like our stuff, and we like having you like our stuff.
That we do, and Facebook's a great way for you to see what we're doing, where we're going as well. Interact with us as it's California ball. Looks like Troutman is under center. One back. He's going to toss it to the outside. Going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And that was number 28, Jonathan Wood.
That was Wood there on the carry, and looks like Nick Teagarden there on the stop. Excuse me, that was Colton Davidson on the stop. Just wrapped him up. No one blocked Davidson. He was just there to easily just wait for Wood and wrap him down pretty easily in the backfield. Lost 4 in the play, 2nd down and 14.
And it looked like Davidson was blitzing on the play and was blitzing to the right side. And going to be shotgun formation here.
Zajac's back there again.
Zajac, one sidecar to the near side. Fumbles the snap, but he's going to be able to catch it and take it himself. Zajac gets hit by his own player. He's going to fall down at the 35-yard line. 3rd down for California.
Yeah, we're going to see, first of all, Zajac making something out of nothing there, but he gets smacked by his own player and gets flipped over there by Bissett. But Ross, I would like to see what would happen if he didn't bump into Ross, was because he had a hole in front of him there, and he had a lane to work with.
And Zajac does a great job of making something out of nothing. There was nothing there. Bobbled the snap and everything.
The snaps have been all over the place for the Trojans. That needs to get fixed immediately.
And Trojans looking at 3rd down and long here is Zajac by himself in the backfield. Shotgun. Takes it, looks to pass. Deep down the field is overthrown. He was looking for number 13, J.C. Conaway.
He had him. He had him. I was waiting to see when they would open. They'd try to get Zajac to throw here. He's got good protection, probably the best protection of the night, and he throws a nice long pass, but too strong. Right idea. If he would have hit Conaway there on the fly, that would have been 6 points. But now the Trojans will punt here with 1:05 left. But I don't know if Jeff Morgan has the offense capable enough to quickly march down the field with all the running plays unless they break one.
And it looked like Conaway was going a little bit in slow motion. If he would have turned on the afterburners, he might have had that one in for a touchdown. That punt is away. It's high and short. Bounced at the 50-yard line. California bounce. Gonna down it at about the 46-yard line. Still 7-0 in favor of Jeff Morgan with under a minute to go here in the half.
Okay, now with that short punt, the Trojans are going to be set up here at their own 47 here with 56 seconds left. And here's our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1. Again, all our videos go on there. And for anyone, Anthony, we're both from Eastern Pennsylvania. Our family, they want to see what we do. They want to see like a game like tonight. They can go on our YouTube page. This game will probably be up in about a couple days. And we got games from years and years past. This all goes on our YouTube page.
And Raphael hands it up the middle. Doesn't get very far on the play. That's about a 1-yard gain, but the clock still runs.
And remember, Jeff Morgan gets the ball first in the second half here, so Nia gets the carry. Jeff Morgan might just try to run this out here if they don't break a big gain because they're taking their time, and this is a very, very quick half so far with all these run plays, and we'll see a timeout here finally. We'll see who calls it. Jeff Morgan will call it, so we'll try to set something up. 29 seconds left here in the first half, and maybe see one of those plays. Headley try to roll. Not Headley. Rafael trying to roll out, hit one of his up backs in the space, or Bissett. That's what they've been going with, because Bissett can get downfield, and he's got some pretty good hands to catch the football with.
And that's it doing. Jeff Morgan looking to set up a touchdown before they go and get the ball back the second half to maybe put up the score. 3-touchdown lead possibly for Jeff Morgan at the end of the first half.
And I mentioned earlier there with the Rockets trying to get something going here, and they have some leeway to work with. Their defense, with the exception of that one drive, and they clamped down on the Trojans, and they were able to get the stop when they needed to. But this Trojans defense, it looks like Coach Georgie for the Rockets really trusts his defense going forward in the second half. But last year when we saw Jeff Morgan, this is a defensive-minded team because they shut out Carmichael's. So they can continue to get defense like that because this is not an easy Trojans offense to slow down.
And that it is not. It's going to be second down and 9 for the Rockets. It's Raphael in the shotgun, 2 sidecars behind him. 1 receiver on either side. Raphael fakes the handoff deep down the field throw. It's going to be intercepted there by number 3, Austin Grillo for the Trojans.
Oh, big turnover there for the Trojans. We have 19 seconds left here, but it looks like Rafael just threw that up there and was just hoping for a prayer, and he threw it right in the arms of Grillo. He was just waiting there, like Andrew McCutcheon there in center field making the catch and getting the Trojans the ball back, stops the Rockets from trying to get any score before the first half ends, going into halftime. But the Trojans, not much time to work with here.
And Raphael looked like he threw up a prayer almost on that one, as there was no one open for his offense down the field, as just throws it right to Austin Grillo, the backup quarterback, the freshman for the Trojans. Shotgun, trips to the left. Gonna run it up the middle. He's gonna get tackled for about a 1-yard gain, as the clock is still going to be running. 10 seconds left.
And we'll see here if the Trojans don't get anything off. 8 seconds. That might have been the last play of the half here. So it looks like California will take a timeout here with exactly 4 seconds left on the clock here. Maybe try to throw something up, because we've seen with a couple of those plays, Zajac, Troutman, good arms. They just have not been accurate. They have not been accurate, and that's and they've gotten receivers in space, and they have a lot of speed on the field. That can play an advantage, but they got a pretty tall task to work with. I mean, they're at their own 33-yard line here, but it's good to get the time to draw it up. But then after this, stick around. Don't turn off your TV sets, because Jeff Morgan's band and Cal High School's band will play, and small bands, but they're great bands. And trust me, California High School area band was built up pretty well by now Cal U's marching band director, Frank Stetter. And for the Trojans, they hosted the Trojans Band Festival 2 weeks ago. And Anthony, you're still in the Cal U band. I was in the Cal U band. We love coming here to California High School, and the band, a lot of former band members were Cal U Vulcan band members as well.
And that they are. And we're going to see Zajac come into the Wildcat formation and trips to his right, twins to his left. Takes the snap. Going to take it himself. He's running at the 40-yard line. Cuts it back up the middle. He's got a lane. One man to beat. He's at the 30-yard line. Can he break it back? And he will finally get taken down at the 15-yard line.
Oh, my gosh. They were so close. That was the play call. He just broke it down the sideline. He just needed one more block, and he would have got it. Man, Trojans just cannot catch a break. This is going to be a great second half.
And it really will. 7-0 Jeff Morgan at halftime. And stay tuned for more action. Can California come back in the second half? Stay tuned here on CUTV.
The Multimedia Access Center is an open lab where California University students can work on an assignment, attend a workshop, print a document for class, or take advantage of a variety of services such as large format printing, web development, and graphic design. Located in the renovated Natali Student Center across from the student bookstore, the Mac Lab is also your home for OrgSync support and services. For hours of operation or for more information, stop by the Mac Lab, visit our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car. More music in the door. More music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
First published in the 1880s, the California Times is the oldest student media at California University. Circulating 3,000 issues weekly on campus and in the surrounding community, the Times' mission is to deliver fair and balanced news to the student population of California University. All students are welcome to be a part of the California Times. Our offices are located in the Natali Student Union. Keep up to date with the Times online at www.caltimes.org, Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
Complete news, entertainment, and sports coverage from around the area, region, and nation is found right here on CUTV News Center every Thursday at 5 p.m. with anchors Jennifer Germano, Zach Prosba, entertainment with Mike Mays, and sports with Matt Hagee. Follow us on YouTube, CUTV News Center, and on Twitter, CUTV_PA, for your complete rebroadcast of your Vulcan sports. News Center airs every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Armstrong and Atlantic Broadband.
And welcome to the halftime show here at California High School. And first up is the Jeff Morgan Band, followed by the California Area High School Band. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, everyone.
announcement. This is the last call for the cheerleader booth tickets located by the gate. California Area School District and Superintendent Mr. Brian Jackson are proud to present your 2015-2016 California Area Trojan Marching Band. Under the direction of Miss Jerry Ann Larson, Assistant Director Mr. Steve Ventura, Drumline Instructor Mr. Rob Berletich, Color Guard Coach Miss Crystal Weiland, and Wind Instructor and Drill Design by Mr. Nate Wright. Band Manager is Maddie Bumgard. Your Trojan band is led onto the field by Senior Drum Major Emily Davis. Tonight's performance is entitled In the 90s, featuring tunes that span the decade. From Santana to Chumbawamba, the Trojan band plays them all. Emily Davis, is your band ready? All right, Trojan fans, grab a hold of your fanny packs. You'll need them because we are taking you back to the 90s.
Don't miss your chance to catch the best pro wrestling on the planet. Ring of Honor returns to the Pittsburgh area at the Convo Center at Cal U, Friday, September 25th at 7:30 p.m. with appearances by the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, and many more. Experience body slamming, super kicking pro wrestling action live. Visit ROHWrestling.com now for tickets and info.
Catch all the excitement under the Friday Night Lights with CUTV's High School Football Game of the Week. You have the best seats in the house as the area's longest-running high school football telecast, now in its 29th season, brings you the area's biggest games. Don't forget to watch the replay on CUTV, Sundays at 8 and Thursdays at 5:30.
Complete news, entertainment, and sports coverage from around the area, region, and nation is found right here on CUTV News Center every Thursday at 5 p.m. with anchors Jennifer Germano, Zach Prosba, entertainment with Mike Mays, and sports with Matt Hagee. Follow us on YouTube, CUTV News Center, and on Twitter, CUTV_PA, for your complete rebroadcast of your Vulcan sports. News Center airs every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Armstrong and Atlantic Broadband.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the Cal U student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
And welcome back to the Trojan Stadium here in the borough of California, where it's 7-0 in favor of Jeff Morgan here on CUTV's Game of the Week. Once again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Alongside me is Matt Hagee. And Matt, this Jeff Morgan team looks like they're pretty good on offense.
They got a big rushing attack, and they've been keeping them honest using that power eye against the Trojans. You'll see the stat right here. And surprisingly, Jeff Morgan only 79, but with California High School having 162, but a lot of that coming on some big Casey Zychek runs, including a last play effort that went about 50 yards, about 10 yards short of the end zone. And Trojans were that close to getting in there, total yards, and that's what's keeping the Trojans. The Trojans have made big plays. They had a touchdown, 2 touchdowns called back the same drive. Time of possession, they're outgaining the Rockets. Trojans are in this game. They can win this game. The defense has kept them in this game. It's only 7-0 Rockets. Low-scoring game, and they got to stop the Rockets first here. This first series here in the second half is key. They need to stop Jeff Morgan and give their offense a chance. They need to start rolling out Casey Zychek more and giving him those lanes to work with there, because if they would have had a lot more time, they probably could have scored there, but it's just those last-ditch effort just so close.
And I'm going to check the first half highlights here, Matt. Checking out Raphael going down the field, and that is 45. That one's Jacob Bissett. Going to finally get tackled down by California, but it sets up the play for the Rockets as Raphael again rolls to his left. He's going to throw it into the end zone for the Jeff Morgan touchdown, and that's Bissett again. That's the only touchdown of the game, but California had a chance, but going to get called back for penalties. Casey Zychek running up the field.
And this was the first big run he had there that set him up for trying to get that first touchdown. They had 2 of them called back, but I mean he's your best player. They're going to have to try to integrate him more, and maybe it's kind of like a light bulb kind of working up, and that's what they're going to use with him more here. And then this was actually an interception that stopped Jeff Morgan's momentum here in the last minute of the half. That was picked off there by Austin Grillo, the freshman backup quarterback, playing some nice defense as well. But the Trojans just came so close on that last play, and the Rockets getting the ball first out here. You know they're going to run. The Trojans, the first drive of the game that Jeff Morgan got the ball and they scored. They hammered the Trojans off the line of scrimmage, and but the Trojans have they buried in their trenches a little bit, and they've contained them. They've contained them and kept their offense in the game, and that's what matters here as we see the two teams taking the field.
And Jeff Morgan's going to actually get the ball to start the second half. California winning the toss and electing to receive the first. And they're going to kick off to start the second half and see if Jeff Morgan can get down the field, or California can stop Jeff Morgan, try to get a turnover, or get them to punt the ball and then try to score on the next drive.
Looks like we're going to see Headley and Davidson back deep for the Rockets.
As the kicker gets ready. That looks like it's number 90, Dustin Mock, the sophomore. Davidson receives for the Rockets. Has a lane. Gets to about the 32-yard line. Good run there by Jeff Morgan on the return.
Decent return there by Davidson. Davidson's been making his work on the defense here, and then on the kick return here, he's got some decent speed, but he gets trapped up right around the 33-yard line here. So we will see the Rockets go back to work here. Let's see how many backs they've used. They've used about 4 different backs in this game here, led by their quarterback, Rafael. And here we go.
And Rafael again under center in the power I formation. Going to hand it off to the running back. It's about maybe 2 yards on the carries. They're still fighting for yardage, but they're going to mark him down there.
And that was Headley getting the first carry here of the second half. But Headley's been the feature back. He is the feature back. He gets most of the carries. But when they complement him with Nia and then Blake, we started to see David Blaker, their other senior running back, get some carries as well. And when they can keep the Trojans guessing like that, but there you can see the Trojans stacking up front, trying to take back the momentum trying to take back the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Jeff Morgan again in the power I. Rafael under center. Hands it off again up the middle. That is Headley getting about 4 yards on the carry. That's going to take him to the 40-yard line. Third down and about 3 yards on the play.
And it's going to set him up with about a third and manageable, 3rd and 3 to be exact there. Nothing fancy. Now we see if they can try. They'll bounce Rafael out here. Maybe try to get him thrown downfield to one of his receivers, or just send those 2 blockers. Give Headley the ball, because I mean, you look at these guys. There's some decent sized backs. 5'10", 180 out of Nia, and Blaker's also 5'10", 180. And compared with some of those guys, they can get those low blocks and clear the path for Headley.
Rafael again goes to Headley up the middle. It's gonna get maybe about 3 yards on the carry, and
he's definitely short. He definitely is about a yard short on that play.
First down going to be called for Jeff Morgan. He got enough apparently.
Compared to where they lined up the change there on the far sideline, I thought he was about a yard short, but Headley gets the 3 yards he needs, and big first down for the Rockets.
And big first down indeed for the Rockets, and the Rockets love that power I formation.
Yes,
Matt.
they do. And they love the power through with it as well, and that's what they're working with. And it's more importantly, keeping them with the ball, time of possession.
Rafael again to Headley up the middle, breaking a few tackles and pushing his way forward. He was pushing about 4 California defenders as he gets the first down on that carry.
What a tough run there by Headley. I could see Zajac there trying to take him down and a couple other Trojans, but he just would not quit on the play. He kept those legs moving here. Let's see the replay. Gets a good hole to work out with. And Zajac, you see Zajac and also Grillo trying to get him down, but he just would not quit. And now the Rockets back in Trojan territory for the first time in, since the first quarter.
And California's on their heels as Jeff Morgan under center and hands off to the fullback. It's about 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 7.
And that was Nia's first carry of the second half. He goes right up the middle there with one of the fullbacks, I guess, going for. You can call him a fullback. As Headley's the feature back, one of the blockers up in front as well. It's so nice to have those blockers up front as well, and they can give them those big power yards up the middle.
And they do love that power I formation. They can go 3 different ways, actually 4, and they want to do a play action pass on that one as well. So 4 different options they have with this power I formations. They go with it again. Rafael to the other fullback this time. Doesn't get very far on the play, maybe about a yard or 2. Just going to set up a 3rd and about 3 yards on the play.
Pretty much deja vu from the last 3 plays. They just set them up. They're getting those manageable 3rd down situations where they can continue to go with the run. They'll call it a 3rd and 4 this time, a yard shorter than what they were for the last 3rd down conversion here. But now we'll see. They'll probably go with Headley, I would think. Maybe try to use his speed to the outside here and bounce him out.
Again, power I formation for the Rockets. Raphael under center. Tosses to Headley. He's got a lane outside. Goes out of bounds at around the 32-yard line there. First down for the Rockets.
And I like that. That's a quick pitch. They quickly got it to Headley, not one of those slow tosses they had in the first half, and Headley just using his speed, like I said, bounce him out to the outside. That's what he's had some good runs there on the sideline, and he's the fastest of the three backs for sure there. And Jeff Morgan, big drive, and like they said, they started well. Their first drive, they got a touchdown in the first half. Now first drive in the second half, moving the ball, probably their best drive since their touchdown drive.
And this drive has all been rushing yards, no passing yet for the Rockets. As again, it's Headley up the middle. This time it's about a 2nd and 5 on the play. Good run there by Headley.
Yeah, you got 5 plowed up the middle, matched his jersey number with the amount of yards he got there. Just falling forward, nothing fancy, and they're just trying to just wear down the Trojans. As long as they keep that Trojan defense on the field, they're just going to continue to win the line of scrimmage, get them tired, get the Trojan defense tired, because they've occupied the ball here for almost about the third quarter, about 4 minutes. We're at 8:04 and ticking now.
And they're just marching down the field, the Rockets are. And as you said before, they're eating up a lot of time with these run plays, no passing plays, so no chance for the clock to stop unless you go out of bounds. Handoff to Headley, again up the middle. Gonna get about 2 yards on the carry, so 3rd and 2. Again, another 3rd and manageable here for the Rockets.
And this is going to be their shortest third down conversion attempt here, as they had 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 4 on their first 2 attempts here. And now they will call it 3rd and 2, so we've seen 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and now 3rd and 2.
And Raphael going back into the huddle. Definitely will be interesting to see if they do another run play with Headley with this 3rd and short. As they go back into the power I formation. Raphael under center, hands it off to Headley again, up the middle. First down for the Rockets.
And there again, Headley just working hard on this drive. And we haven't seen the Rockets just go to a couple different backs. They've just used Headley for all but 1 carry on this drive, and they're just letting their junior running back do the work here. And the fact that Jeff Morgan can get him back for another year as a feature back, he's really going to have more time without guys like Nia and also Blaker that are graduating.
Yeah, but Headley is one of their best running backs, and definitely the other 2 will be missed, but not as much as Headley doing so well here. Is run to another fullback and going to get about 3, maybe a yard on the carry.
And just setting them up here for another 3rd and short, 3 for 3 on this drive. We'll see what they call it here on 3rd down. As they get close to the red zone, they're about a yard out from it.
It is 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd down.
And it was Trevor Nia on the carry.
My mistake there, but it was Nia's 2nd carry of this drive, and now they're going to give Headley some break, and when they get closer to the goal line, they can open Headley back up again.
Again, power I formation for the Rockets. Raphael under center. Hands it off to Headley, going outside. And finally getting tackled down. Ball's out. California looks like they may have recovered it. We'll see what the ref says. It is California football. Good play there by the defense.
It looks like, guess who? Zajac. And I thought it was really close to the sideline. I thought that ball rolled out of bounds for a second. Let's see the ball come out here. It gets poked out immediately. And number 50 for the Trojans, we'll see who that is. That is Braden Collins with the strip, and the Trojans just getting the ball right before it went out there. Zajac using his speed to just grab the ball and pick it up right before it got out of bounds. And this is exactly what the Trojans need, to force the turnover and stop the Jeff Morgan momentum.
And that they did. That's a 20-yard line for the Trojans. Motion, hands it off. Going to get tackled down. That was number 13, J.C. Conaway, on the motion, getting the carry. Actually going to lose about a yard on the play.
And what the Trojans need here, I just can't say enough about this defense, and we'll call it 2nd 11 here. This Trojan defense just standing tall and getting their offense in the game. Now the offense needs to bail out the defense, because even though the defense got the turnover, they're tired. They cannot go 3 and out here.
Austin Grillo, the backup QB, is in for the Trojans by himself in the backfield. Shotgun. Takes it, going to take it himself, but he's going to get nowhere as the defense was ready for him.
Couple host of Rockets there. Looks like that was Zach Schaefer, first man in to take down Grillo. And we haven't seen him open up Zajac in like any Wildcat formation here. It looks like they will send Troutman back out here with the play call here and get him back under center for the Trojans here on a big 3rd and 12. But it's not even the fact that the Trojans don't convert here. They're going to be giving the Rockets great field position if they can't convert.
It's Troutman with one sidecar to the left and trips to the right. Troutman in the shotgun. Blitz coming on defense. Troutman pressure, trying to get around, goes up himself. He's going to get tackled by a host of defensemen there, maybe getting about 3 yards on the play, setting up a long 4th down for the Trojans.
And that's all Troutman could do. He had nothing to work with, and he just took it himself. Little mobility under those legs of the junior quarterback, but he had pressure there from Davidson from the left side there, and just too much to deal with, too long of a situation. He got 4 on the play, 4th and 8, but now the Trojans, they're going to need to get away a good punt here. The Rockets could get field position in the Trojans' own end of the field.
Snap is away, and it looks like we are going to have a penalty called by the referee at the 50-yard line. He threw the flag.
And it was one of the back judges there throwing the flag there if he saw someone move, but
and maybe a legal substitution on the Trojans. Did see someone run off
that
the
would
field.
not be at all what the Trojans want. That was just back them up even more. And no, it's going to be on Jeff Morgan here.
Illegal substitution on Jeff Morgan, so that'll give the California Trojans a little better field position to punt the ball with. It won't give them a 1st down.
It'll move them up at about 5 yards to bring up a 4th and 3, but Anthony, as always with one of these 4th downs here, they'll call it a 4th and 4. Watch the fake. They got some athletes on this field here.
And snap. Punt is away. It's a high, long kick. Caught at the 40-yard line. See if he gets some blockers. And tackled there by number 18 was Devin Lallier, the wide receiver there for the Trojans.
That's special teams right there. You got to coaches got to appreciate that one. And boom, right there, just downfield. Right there, great tackle in the open field, and that was a great kick. Let's not overlook, that was a great kick there by Dustin Mock to pin the Trojans back a little bit more. That penalty yardage, even though it was only 4 yards, it helps. It helps a lot.
Yeah, it really does. I'm going to set up shop at around the 43-yard line for Jeff Morgan Rockets. See if they keep continuing with the power I formation in the running game. Raphael again under center with his power I. Headley in the backfield. Hands it off to Headley up the middle. Gets around 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and 5 for the Rockets.
And just picking up right where they left off there. Give it to their main back. He did get 5 yards here. 2nd and 5 out the midfield, out to close to midfield, about the 48-yard line now. But we'll see if they go to one of the fullbacks and just pound Headley. It looks like the Rockets are pretty content for riding their defense and also Joe Headley to victory here.
And definitely, Headley's their junior running back, as we said before, so interesting to see him getting the ball over the senior running backs, but he's got the speed he needs as they go back to the power I formation. Raphael under center. Hands it off again to Headley, going up the middle, getting about a yard on the carry. 2nd and 3rd and about 4.
And with Headley just going back to him here, and now Jeff Morgan 3 for 3 on their last drive with 3rd downs, taking a lot of that clock off here. It'll be another 3rd and 3. And it will be exactly at midfield here as we just about to get under 3 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Another quick moving quarter, but it's just been pretty much running. Jeff Morgan has not attempted a pass, and as they continue to waste more clock, it's the less time California has to try to come back and tie this game up.
And with that huddle-up offense instead of the hurry-up offense, they really can eat away at that clock because they continue to run the ball. As again, they go power I, Raphael under center. This time hands it off again to Headley. Headley pushing forward and is going to get the 1st down for the Rockets.
That's just all power. Trusting the offensive line, trusting the push they've been getting here in the first half. And California's now going to have to come up with a big stop, maybe try to force a turnover, because if Jeff Morgan just continues to pound Headley up the middle, they can't prevent that push from happening. They've not gotten the big stop on any down. They've only forced that turnover. And it's not like the Rockets are running anything fancy. Like they had a couple trick plays in the first half. It's just power football.
And why not keep it simple if it's working? Pitch to the near side to Headley. Actually, it's not Headley. It is Headley. Beg your pardon. And he's going to get maybe about a yard on the carry. Couldn't get enough outside.
Good tackle there. Tyler Rothfuss coming up here, breaking off his block and wrapping Headley. They try to use Headley's speed here with another quick toss. He's trying to get a block from Blaker, but he completely missed Rothfuss there, and he brought him down in the backfield for a gain of nothing.
And interesting play there. Again, calling the running play for the Rockets there. As they go back to the huddle, again, wasting more time on the Trojans' clock there as the Trojans are looking for something to get a score. This time is winding down in the third quarter. Raphael looking to pass this time down the field. He's got a man open.
Oh, great catch.
What a catch there. That was number 45, Bissett, on the catch.
And he's a little shaken up, so hopefully he's okay for the Rockets. But your best receiver there going up and getting the catch. And unfortunately, we can see hopefully he's okay there. But that's a great effort there. And if he has to set out a play, at least he went down a warrior, because he just went up there and got it. He's not the tallest kid either. He is 6 foot, but one of those compared to other tall receivers, that's a tough catch for someone 6 foot. And I'm 6 foot, and I know I probably wouldn't have made that catch. So great catch there for the first down.
And it goes up, leaps over 3 defenders to catch that ball. Good job, Jake Bissett, on the play. Raphael again in the power eye, looking to rolling left, taking it himself, and he's gonna get maybe back to the line of scrimmage there. Second down and about 9.
Design run all the way, trying to bounce Raphael out there. And he's got a little speed under him, but he focused he needed the blocks from all his backs, but Cal High School kind of was breaking in on that one there. You could see Braden Collins there, first push inside. He got by him, but there was just no room for Raphael to work with here. And there was a flag on the play here. I believe it was a holding, because Jeff Morgan is running backwards here. It's a late flag that I don't think you and I either saw there. So that's a big break for the Trojans.
And it really is. It's going to set up 2nd and 15 for the Jeff Morgan Rockets. They break the huddle. 2nd and 20, I beg your pardon. We're about 56 seconds left in the game as the referees are going to talk it up. Maybe changing the time.
Yeah, because the time didn't move, I think, a little bit. It was at 58 seconds. Now it's at 56, and see if they might have started it too early after the penalty.
Not exactly sure what. And then they're changing the downs, actually. It's going to be 1st and 20.
Oh, that makes sense because of the holding doesn't lose the down. It's accepted, so that's understandable. I see what happened there.
Raphael again, power eye. And pitch to Headley, near side. It's at the 40-yard line. He's going to break it inside and finally go out of bounds at the 45-yard line, maybe getting 5 to 6 yards on the carry.
Same play a couple plays ago. They bounced Headley out there to the near side of the field. Rothfuss again for the Trojans. Coming up, trying to get the first man to try to get Headley. This time Headley throws him off. He was more prepared. You could see him. He had more time to prepare for Rothfuss coming and got some pretty tough yards there. He got 5 to bring up a 2nd and 15.
And again, getting 5 yards on the carry. Good run there by Headley, going pitching to the near side. See if they stay with that same formation, but instead going up the middle with Headley. As they do stay in the power eye. As their go-to formation, Raphael under center. Takes a snap, Headley up the middle. He's got a lane. Good run up the middle, gets to the 25-yard line. Not going to be first down with that penalty. It's going to be 3rd and about 8.
And it looked really good here for Headley. He got a lane, but then the Trojans got him just to, and then you mentioned there with Zajac coming in there, and also I couldn't see who that was. Looked like it might have been Rothfuss again, stopping the momentum. He got just past the original line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd and 8. But considering where they were on first down, they still can work with something here. Looks like that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And Anthony, we'll keep it here for hot dog score.
And it's a CUTV tradition here, 7-0 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Jeff Morgan marching down the field, but it's a CUTV tradition here, Matt, that we give a hot dog score for the concession stand, whatever high school we go, and we'll check out the hot dog score here at Cal High.
And Anthony, this score is well deserved because this is the high score of the first four places we've been to: Bell Vernon, Connellsville, and Charleroi. Well deserved. This is going to be tough to beat because they had a lot: kielbasa, hot sausage, hot dogs with chili and cheese, and then a lot of other things we normally don't see. Sweet potato fries, fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, cheese fries, fresh cut cheese fries is something I love. And it all tasted so good. Anthony, I mean, I ate so much. I think this is probably the most money I've ever spent at a concession stand because it was just so good. Everything was so good.
And well-deserved score. I had the fried Oreos just during halftime, and probably some of the best fried Oreos I've ever had. I gotta say, West Lane Peter Fair, back in my hometown this week, fried Oreos down there. I know my dad cooked them up at the Rotary Club, and I love their fried Oreos, but man, California High School gave them a run for their money.
I mean, I've been coming to Cal High School. I've been coming here for about a game every single year, but I always love those cheese fries, man. With the fresh cut fries, love fresh cut fries. And next week we go to Mount Pleasant, a concession stand none of us on crew has been to.
No, it'll definitely be interesting to see how they fare to the other hot dog stands we've seen here in California right now up top. We'll see how Mount Pleasant is next time. Jeff Morgan, 3rd and 8, hands it to Headley. Gets maybe about 3 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Rockets.
And it's still 4th, and it's 4-down territory. So I expect the Rockets to go for it here. And we'll call it a 4th and 5, and that's something they can work with because Headley's hit off a couple 5-6 yard runs, and they can just go with that. Maybe try to trust their offensive line, power up the middle, bounce from the outside. The pitches that the Trojans have kind of started to key in a little bit more there, but with the power of football, I just go with that. Or I see his favorite receiver, Bissett, back on the field, so good to see him back out in the field after it looks like landing on his shoulder awkwardly after that big catch.
And Power I again, gonna hand it. They're going to roll to his left, Raphael. Got a good block, and almost intercepted by California. Again, 2 players and a little shove late there. That was Jonathan Wood.
He's got to watch himself there because that would have kept the ball with the Rockets. I understand that was coming down pretty hard there, but again, Trojan defense standing this tall here. You'll see Raphael roll out, and he'll lob it for one of his men. You see here, kind of gets driven to the ground there. That was Nia he was looking for, but you got to keep your cool in that situation. If he would have got, like I say, you get called for a personal foul, the Rockets are up in 1st and goal. But now the Trojan defense, another big stop. Both drives the Rockets have driven deep in their territory. They've stood tall, but now the defense is giving them the chances. They just need to take one.
And looks like Zajac maybe back there for the Trojans. It is actually Troutman. Gives and hands it off up the middle. Going to bounce out to the outside. Doesn't get very far. Maybe a yard on the carry.
Looks like that was Wood there trying to bounce outside of it. That Dalton Fowler on your screen, who's been all over the field, making tackle after tackle, makes first hit there, and then you can see Wood not going down easily. Tough running back. And finally Fowler wraps him to the ground. But this Fowler kid is really impressive for Jeff Morgan. He is a senior, and I bet the Rockets are going to hate to see him leave because he's kind of that leader on the defense.
And Zajac in the Wildcat formation here. He is the quarterback. It's going to be one sidecar to the near side, twins on either side of the field in the shotgun formation. Zajac going to keep it himself, trying to find the lane, and he's going to get finally going outside. And gets a lane to the outside, and is going to get maybe 7 yards on the carry.
And Zajac was just doing his best, just trying to find something. Just stopped, and he was waiting. Where's the hole? Can't find one. And looks like he gets stopped right here, but of course, the elusiveness, he bounces outside, gets a couple of yards, makes something out of nothing, and sets up a manageable 3rd and 3 here with 9:49 left in the ballgame.
3rd and 3 for the Trojans. As Troutman is back in the game for the Trojans. He goes under center. Twins to his left. One back in the backfield. Motion. Troutman. Pitch. Takes it to the outside. Got to get some legs. Ball out. Lose the ball out. But that ball went out past the sticks. That's going to be a 1st down for the Trojans. Lucky break there for the Trojans.
That will be a 1st down there. And let's take a look at his handoff for a second here. I don't know if Wood was waiting for him. He kind of stopped him, some momentum there. Just charged to the outside, used his blocks. And that ball, him losing that ball might have actually got him another yard or 2. So break there for the Trojans, but their first down since the last play of the first half, and a much needed one.
That it is. This time it's Zajac, the Wildcat. Trips to the left, one sidecar to the right. Takes a snap, going to take it himself up the middle. Zajac breaking a few tackles at the 40-yard line, breaks another tackle and gets finally tackled at around the 49-yard line, but that's enough for the Trojan first down.
And that's the guy the Trojans need back there in that Wildcat formation. They just need to ride Zajac here. He's getting those he's breaking those runs off. He's getting them the yards. He's been their best offensive weapon, the one that's been giving them a chance in this game here. And it looks like that's where they will keep running with him out here leading the offense. But put the ball in the player's best hands. Let him do the work. This is the best chance the Trojans can have here to try to tie this game.
This time it's going to be trips to the near side, one sidecar to the left. Shotgun formation. Zajac, again, keeping it himself. Breaks a tackle there. Going to run, getting around to the 40-yard line. Zajac using his speed and finally getting taken down by the 30-yard line. Getting taken down hard. First down for the Trojans.
And that's exactly what they need to keep doing. Because this kid is fun to watch, I'll tell you what. And he follows his blocker right here. Man, I'll tell you, Nia's going to be kicking himself because he had him in the backfield, and Zajac was able to bust for about a 20-yard run here. But now he's going to go out of the game here because he might have got shaken up there in that late hit, and that is not what the Trojans needed at all here. Because they were moving the ball with him at will.
And Troutman is going to come back in as the quarterback here for the Trojans. And see what they do now with Zajac out. It's going to be twins to the left. Zajac, not Zajac, but Troutman under center. Troutman handing it off to Wood. Wood getting about 2 yards on the play.
Just changes that whole dynamic as, again, Dalton Fowler on the stop for Jeff Morgan, but it just changes that whole dynamic. Woods had a couple nice runs, but just not having hit Zajac out there, it just that spark on the offense that the Trojans have is just not out there with them. And it's a shame. It's a shame for the Trojans because this is their best chance they've had since that one drive where they had two touchdowns taken off the board.
And it has, and finally breaking huddle. Going to go Wildcat here. That is Jonathan Wood. Wood is the quarterback. He takes it himself going up the middle and is not going to get anywhere. He's going to get stopped by the Trojan defense.
Oh.
And there's flags flying everywhere.
That might have been, I think that was Fowler might have said something or did something there. Again, he made the stop, but the flags come out late. But it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, I think, here on the Rockets. We'll take a look, but he came up right as Fowler came up from tackling him. They'll call it on Cal, actually.
They're going to call a personal foul against California. There must have been a late hit somewhere that we didn't see, and the refs aren't having any of it.
I was going to say, I didn't see Fowler do anything bad, but let's see.
We don't have the rest of the replay there to show you, but definitely interesting to see that there's a personal foul after that play, pushing Cal back pretty far.
And after this drive is starting to implode for the Trojans there. My mistake. It's just when Fowler got up, the flags went up, and I thought, oh, he might have said or did something, maybe a taunting or something. But now it's just not good news here for the Trojans. They're now backed up at the Rocket 44.
And now it's third down for California.
Zajac's back in the game. Near side of the field.
Troutman going deep down the field. Zajac almost to Zajac, but no pass interference there as well. Good coverage down the field for the Rockets.
Just so close again, like the Trojans have been. Looks like that was Headley covering them. We'll see again here. Decent protection. Troutman gets off a nice throw. Maybe a little contact there. They're gonna try to say Troutman might have tripped up Zajac there trying to get the ball, but they won't get it. And a drive that took California as deep as the Rockets' 28-yard line they're now forced to punt with 7:27 left.
And snap. The punt is away for California. Long punt as that one is gonna go. If California can get to it, they are gonna get to it. Good spot for California. They're gonna down them at the 2-yard line. Good special teams there by California.
Boy, they got a lucky bounce because I think both Rockets returners were expecting that ball to sail into the end zone, get a bounce in the end zone, but that ball just stopped enough, and that's a great effort there. Colin Phillips, possibly, those are unsung plays. No one talks about that. You won't see that on the snap sheet. But Colin Phillips making the play there, and that's probably the number one play to go off his jersey number for the Trojans in this half because now the Trojans are backed up at their own 2-yard line, and we saw safety in our game last week. This is a very dangerous spot for the Rockets.
They're back in the power I formation, looking to go with probably one of the fullbacks. It goes up the middle and gets nowhere, maybe about a yard and maybe a half a yard on the play.
But if the Trojans can keep the Rockets trapped back here, they can get some decent field position for a last-ditch effort here. And the way this clock's been moving, their Trojans are probably down the 1 or 2 drives left here as we're just under 7 minutes, 6:55 to be exact. But the Rockets, better hands, they're just moving the pile forward when they run up the middle. I haven't really seen them lose a yard when they've tried to run up the middle. They've had a lot of power, but they're just not getting the clips of yards they were earlier in the second half.
And power I formation again. Raphael under center. Hands it off to the other fullback. Gets around maybe another yard on the play for them. It's more pushing and shoving after the play.
And looks like they went with Nia, I believe, there on the carry. And you'll see Nia there get the quick handoff, trying to get something. Help host the Trojan defenders here. Bring up a 3rd and 6 from about the Rockets' 6-yard line here. So they'll probably just go with the ball here. But the Trojans, they can get a stop here. They're in prime spot here to get a last-ditch drive effort.
And with the position of the ball there, Headley won't be in the end zone most likely, so they can give it to him without fear of getting a safety.
But if they try to punt it, then they'll have to watch then because their punter will be backed up.
Headley right on the edge of the end zone goal line there. And they are going to toss it to Headley in the end zone. Headley's got a lane and going to get stopped there by the Trojan defense. See if it is enough for the 4th down. It is not. Not enough.
And they tried to roll Headley here, use his speed. He got it right there. Looked like he had a lane, but great tackle there. Can't see who that was. That was Rothfuss again. He's made a lot of big stops. He's come up from his defensive back spot to come up with and get these great key tackles here. 4th down and 2. So we'll see. The Rockets are going to try to run down as much time as possible here. And 4th and 2, we'll see what they do. I imagine they'd punt it.
And
they're just going to run the clock down here and probably take a timeout. Coach is right. Jeff Morgan's coach Giorgio is right next to the ref. They will take a timeout. 4:57 left here in the 4th quarter here as coming down to the end. But this is the stop the Trojans need. The defense again coming up with the big stop. If you're trying to get good field position, maybe outside chance of starting in Rocket territory here for this last drive. I mean, the way it's been going, this might be the Trojans' last chance.
And it really may, because the Rockets, they love that running game. I mean, California has all 3 timeouts, so they can use that to their advantage later in the game. But the Rockets, with running the ball, definitely keeping the clock running down on California's time to try to get another score.
And that's all they need. And now, I think it's a big sign there, even though the Trojans didn't score, that Casey Zychek is okay. He's okay, and now they can try to start using him again, trying to get those big runs he had that set the Trojans down to start with on that last drive. But that's the guy you got to keep his hands into. That's the guy that you need. And it looks like Jeff Morgan will punt here.
Raphael's on the field.
They will punt it. But you can see Headley and Raphael are lined up there right behind center. Watch the fake.
Raphael right there at the redirect point. It is going to be a punt.
Oh,
the punt is blocked. Blocked by California, recovered by California at about the 14-yard line.
What a play there. I didn't even see who that was, but that is exactly what they need. Yeah, they're going to have great field position. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Great play there. Looks like that was Braden Collins, 50, getting his elbow on it, blocking it. And now the Trojans set up at the Rocket 12-yard line here. 4:53 left. This is it. The game just got a lot interesting.
And Braden Collins, 6 foot, got that big wingspan. He can get those arms up and get that block punt, as you saw there. Sets up great field position for the Trojans here.
And Ricky took his time there trying to get the punt, and that extra second let Collins get the block.
And Troutman, man in motion. Jet sweep to the wide out. Gets a lane. Can go to the outside. Touchdown, Trojans. And that was number 44 on the play. Bryce Murdy, I believe, for the Trojans.
And Casey Zajac, that's the guy they give it to. There it is. Handoff, jet sweep. Just watch the kid run. That's all he needed was 12 yards, and now the Trojans, seeming nothing was going right for him. Nothing was going right for him. They finally give it. They get in their best player's hands to get that touchdown, and now they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And I do apologize. That was Casey Zajac on the far side getting the touchdown. So we see the extra point team coming out for the Trojans. And how about that
you
California
consider they go
defensive
for
stand?
2 here. The Trojans might go for 2 here. Why not? They are going for 2 here. Whoa, this is going to be great stuff right here.
Zajac in the Wildcat.
That's who they need.
Man in motion to his right. Zajac keeps it himself. Zajac is in for the 2-point conversion.
Wow.
8-7 in favor of the Trojans.
How about that? A great call. Great call. And you can see, man, the Trojans sideline is going nuts right now. 8, let's send it to break. This is going to be a great finish.
8-7 in favor of California now. Stay tuned for the great finish here on CUTV.
Don't miss your chance to catch the best pro wrestling on the planet. Ring of Honor returns to the Pittsburgh area at the Convo Center at Cal U, Friday, September 25th at 7:30 p.m. with appearances by the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, Adam Cole, and many more. Experience body slamming, super kicking pro wrestling action live. Visit ROHWrestling.com now for tickets and info.
Back here for the game of the week on CUTV. Cal High takes the lead 8-7 over Jeff Morgan with 4:46 to go. The kick is away. It's returned there by Jeff Morgan. Got a lane. He's finally going to get tackled there. That was Headley on the return, getting to about the 42-yard line.
And Headley kind of came up there a little. You could see him hopping around there. And we're going to take a look at this score and the 2-pointer again. And courtesy of their best, the Trojans' test player, Casey Zajac, bouncing the outside, untouched with that speed, and then here right up the middle. That's all they gave it to, right up the middle. Nothing fancy, just plowed ahead. And after the Trojans couldn't do anything right, get a break or anything, now they are 4 minutes and 41 seconds away from pulling out a big win here. They're up 1 point, but it's time to make one more stop.
Shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to number 27. That is Colton Blake, and stopped by the California defense. And Headley being out with looks like possibly a hip injury may be a problem.
That's big, but Tim Sheehan there on the stop, that was Colton Davidson on the run, and he gets stopped. That was his first carry of the game there. But we haven't called Tim Sheehan's name a lot. He comes up with a big stop. But I'm just looking at this Trojan sideline now. There's so much body language just changed in a heartbeat, but that's all it takes in football sometimes. Their defense, the California Trojans defense here has earned this lead right now with the stops they've made with Jeff Morgan.
And definitely is that momentum has shifted California's favors. He's tossed to the outside. He's got a lane up the middle. He's got a lane. 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
And that was Nia there on bouncing out there to the right side and using the speed we haven't really seen. We've seen him go up the middle and not bounce him outside. But now without Headley on the field those last couple plays, they have to step up. It's got to be that next man up mentality here. And Jeff Morgan's got 3:46 to go here in this game. They have time to either set themselves up for a field goal or try to take the lead back with a touchdown.
Raphael in the wing T formation. Takes it, hand it off. Going to be maybe a no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Rockets. That was number 27, Colton Davidson.
That was Zajac there coming up there for the tackle after a couple yards there by Nia. And Braden Collins again. Braden Collins has had an unbelievable game defensively for the Trojans up front. And as the Rockets have entered Trojan territory here at the 48-yard line.
Headley is back in the game.
That's a good sign for the Rockets.
Pistol wing T, Twins to the left. Headley gets the ball up the middle. He takes it. He breaks a few tackles. He's still on his feet, finally getting tackled there by the Trojans. But first down for the Rockets.
And he's coming back with a vengeance. He didn't like that he hadn't been taken off there, but he just go right up the middle. Best run he's had here in the second half, breaking a couple tackles. Headley's a tough kid, and it's Zajac that just brought him down there. He almost broke it, but now the Rockets move. This has been the quickest they've been moving the ball in distance so far. Now at the Trojan 31-yard line, the sense of urgency is real. They've had opportunities. Now they need to try and take it.
Wing T again. Raphael, flag on the play there. It's going to be against the offense.
Looks like it's going to be possibly a false start, illegal motion here on the Rockets. And will be a false start, so that kills the momentum the Rockets were having. They were building it with the runs they were having out of Headley, and then Nia had a nice run, but now it backs them up and makes that challenge even larger. 1st and 15 now, 2:41 left.
And backs them up, 1st and 15, as you said. The clock starts again. Raphael goes back to the huddle to discuss what they're doing. You got to think, with Headley back on the field,
Utilize him. Yeah.
Utilize him, and he's a threat for this Trojan team. Back to the wing T formation. Twins to his right. Takes it, hands it off to Headley. Headley up the middle, gets tripped up on the play, gets maybe about 5 yards on the play. Actually, 2 yards on the play, less than that.
And Headley all got a lane right there. Looks like he might have got tripped up by either Collins or someone else down there. They'll give him 6 on the play, but again, those 5 yards hurt because that could have been 2nd and 4 instead it's 2nd and 9.
Back in the pistol wing team, Twins near side. Raphael takes it, fumbles the ball, loses the ball, but picks it back up. That one is going to be number 34, Trevor Nia, and he's not going to be touched. Touchdown, Jeff Morgan.
Are you serious with that play? Oh my gosh. He dropped the snap, ball goes forward, and by rule, the player that fumbles has to pick up the ball, and no one else, and that couldn't have been a live play. Nia picks it up here, and Austin Grillo, the only one, look at that, just shoves him off. He's like, get out of my way, I'm going to the end zone, and the Rockets seem decimated, devastated by that punt, and then the 2-point conversion after the touchdown. They take the lead back with 1:43 left. Anthony, this has been the best high school football game we've seen all season so far.
It really has. It's been filled with offensive power, defensive stand, and special teams. You can't ask for a better football game than that.
And a lot of tough work down in the line there, and that was all Jeff Morgan's running game. Slow, methodical. That's been what they've been doing all game. But right there, they used Headley, they used Nia. Nia stepped up there when Headley was down. They needed him. The senior running back, senior leader, taking it here. Now it looks like Jeff Morgan will go for 2 here just in case the Trojans score. They will take a timeout to discuss and see what happened here. But next man up. They don't rely on Headley, but we're going to take a look at this touchdown. This is unbelievable. When we talk about these top 3 plays, we're talking about, how about this? This ball is bouncing. It's like a fumble-rooski, basically. He picks it up and then just throws off Grill. Look at it. It's just so tough. And honestly, I was saying he had to pick that up. Nia had to pick that up.
It hit his foot, but it might not have been him that fumbled it because the quarterback dropped it.
Oh, that's true. That's right. You're right about that. I didn't even think of it. I just saw it was like such a quick happening, and all I saw was and it was a forward fumble. So, and anything I had to grab it. So, I think the officials might have missed that one after the explanation. That's crazy.
And that's the way Jeff Morgan wins it. And that may anger some California fans. They're going to go for 2. Raphael hands it off. They are going to get
last effort.
No good. Stopped at the line.
Maybe that last effort could have got him something here, but big stop there. Trojans stopped them. All they need is a touchdown.
And Jeff Morgan comes out right now on top 13-8. Stay tuned to see if California can go back and take the lead here on CUTV.
Complete news, entertainment, and sports coverage from around the area, region, and nation is found right here on CUTV News Center every Thursday at 5 p.m. with anchors Jennifer Germano, Zach Prosba, entertainment with Mike Mays, and sports with Matt Hagee. Follow us on YouTube, CUTV News Center, and on Twitter, CUTV_PA, for your complete rebroadcast of your Vulcan sports. News Center airs every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Armstrong and Atlantic Broadband.
And we are back here with Jeff Morgan up 13-8. California going to get the ball back here with the kickoff as Jeff Morgan scored the touchdown but failed on the two-point conversion.
And we didn't make some clarification here. We got nice information from one of the nice gentlemen in the press box we're in here. Since that ball was fumbled in the backfield, anyone could pick that up. Anyone could pick that up. So that was a good touchdown.
And Jeff Morgan, number 11, Bo Rickey, the kicker, is about to kick this one away with 1:43 left. See if California can come back. The kick is away. It's caught, fumbles the ball, finally picks it up, misses a tackle. He goes to the outside. He's at the 30, the 40. Now he's at the 50. He's got 1 minute to beat as the kicker. Finally, he's at the 40 and gets taken down. What a return for California.
This is unbelievable. Talk about special teams. Tyler Rusbus throwing guys off like crazy. I mean, this is just crazy. Again, bobbling the snap. What's with bobbling snaps today? And it seems like bobbling snaps creates big plays because Jeff Morgan was caught off bounds here. Look at the speed there. Watch the blocking he gets, too. Those blockers downfield. And take him out to a nice steak dinner or something. That was a great run there. Great blocking. And now the Trojans, again, they have a chance to win this game. All they need is 6 points because Jeff Morgan did not get that two-point conversion.
And they have a minute and 29 left to go in the game. They can run out the clock. They run their 2-minute drill offense here and maybe score a touchdown as Zajac, the Wildcat, keeps it himself and makes the man miss. Finally gets tackled there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he loses a yard on the play. And it looks like Jeff Morgan was ready for that play.
David Blaker coming up there for the stop, and we're going to see timeout here by the Trojans. In this game that was just flying through here, and we got into like only one touchdown here until the last 4 minutes of this game. And oh my gosh, this has just been unbelievable football. Crazy plays. It's going to be tough to decipher between those top three plays. We also got ones from Uniontown and Laurel Highlands as well coming in. So, and Anthony, let's take a look. We're going to take a look at our upcoming schedule for a little bit. We got next two high school games are going to be unbelievable. Excellent matchups coming up. So, and then next week will be our PCN game. We also have some other broadcasts around the California community as well. And here is our high school game. This game will be on PCN, Big Shoot next week. And both of these teams will be undefeated going into it. It's going to be a titanic matchup at Mount Pleasant. You can't ask for anything more. And then tomorrow we have California at Edinburgh on TV. I'm going to be the only person calling that game on TV. So if you like hearing me talk, tune in.
Live at calvulcans.com is Troutman going deep down the field and overthrown to Zajac. He was well covered as well.
Yeah, he was jammed up there by Bissett and just got his hands off in time when the ball came in stride there, so he didn't get called for any pass interference. But now suddenly it's 3rd and long for the Trojans, and the Trojans have 2 timeouts here. The Rockets only have 1, so if the Trojans can get a big play off here, maybe roll a Zajac or something, looks like we're going to see Troutman under center. They can run down that clock so that Jeff Morgan doesn't have the timeouts to stop it and not really give him much time.
As Troutman has trips to his right, one sidecar to the left with another wide receiver, lone wide receiver to the left. Troutman takes it, looks to pass, flag on the play. That's going to be against the Trojans, and that's going to push them back even farther.
That's you can't do that. This part of the game is going to be a dead ball false start, excuse me. And it's just going to make it, instead of a 3rd and 11, it's going to be 3rd and 16, 1:11 left. And they're just going to need to hit one of these big plays they've been running, maybe get Zajac something, anything possible. You need your best man on the field for these next 2 plays, these long yardage situations.
And Jeff Morgan's definitely going to be looking for the pass on 3rd down and long, trying to get the 1st down so they can keep this drive alive. You do got to think it is 4-down territory here because they are down.
Oh my gosh, they have to.
So we'll see Troutman come back in in the huddle. Breaking the huddle, trips again to his right. One side go to the left, another lone wide receiver. Playing interesting coverage is Jefferson Morgan. Double covering Troutman going deep down the field. He's got wide receiver. Incomplete pass. He had J.C. Conaway, but J.C. Conaway might have gotten nervous when he saw 3 Jefferson Morgan players coming right at him.
Oh, and that ball was underthrown too. Conaway was going here. He was wide open behind the whole Jefferson Morgan defense. Troutman, great protection there by the offensive line. Just sailed it short and just out of the fingertips there. Oh my God, that's just been the theme of the Trojans. They got that big play there with the block punt and stuff, but breaks like that, they've been inches close. Missed touchdowns called back, but now 4th and 16, 1:04 left. This is the ball game. They need it.
They're gonna go trips and twins this time. That way they can't double team Zajac.
He's on the far side of the field. He's the farthest guy closest to the Trojan sideline.
Troutman blitzed, under pressure. He's throwing it away. And he does. He gets it to the receiver, but not enough for the first down. That's a turnover on downs for the Trojans.
That pressure. 2 Rockets players got in and blew the whole play up. There was no chance for this to happen. Let's see who got in there. Looks like it was 52 and also Nia. We'll see who 52 is. That's Brandon Kozic blowing up the play. Troutman had to get it off or he was going to get sacked. And looks like with 55 seconds left, that might do it here. And Anthony, here's the whole rest of our schedule here. Mentioned Washington, Mount Pleasant, and then 2 weeks. Frazier, Beth Center, most likely for the Tri-County South Championship right there. Unbelievable matchup. 3rd straight year we're going to be there. West Mifflin EF. That's going to be a great stadium to go to. Then Avella Carmichael's will go down to Greene County, and then closing out the year with Burgettstown and Brownsville.
And California may not be out of it just yet. They got 2 timeouts left. They can hold them and not get them the first down. They may have a shot. They stop them here for maybe a 1-yard gain as it was a fullback on the carry.
Well, that's a good start right there to the drive, and we'll see the Trojans immediately take a timeout here with 51 seconds left. They'll have 1 timeout left. They can use 1 more if they can stop them, but they have to stop them again. They're going to have, I don't know, like 15-some seconds left. So it was a gain of 2, so they'll call it 2nd and 8 here. But the Trojans had just fought so hard, inches close, just plays like that where the ball just goes out of the fingertips, overthrown passes where guys were open. It was exciting to see them get the block punt and then Zajac taking over there. But then, and just in that last play, they needed that play. Troutman tried to roll out. He wanted to go deep to Zajac to get those 16 yards, but it was blown up because Jeff Morgan's line that's been working Cal's all game goes right in here. And if you guys love this game while watching this, you can see the highlights here on High School Roundup, highlights from this game, highlights from Uniontown Laurel Highlands, and we're going to talk about every single game in our coverage area with then we'll see a new set of top plays if one makes a shot at the blue ribbon, standings, and then we're going to look ahead to next week and also that big matchup in Mount Pleasant.
Power I formation again, Raphael. He's going to hand it off to Headley. Headley breaking a few tackles, going to get tackled at the 47-yard line, 46-yard line, but California is going to take their last and final timeout. They would have had another one if they didn't call it while they were on offense.
That's right. You're right. And those timeouts go back to hurt. But that was a nice run there by Headley to set Jeff Morgan up with about a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. And this is it. If they can just power up the middle, they've been getting, like I said, they have not gotten, that I've remembered, they've not gotten a negative yard rushing when they've gone straight up the gut. 43 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd and 3. They've been faced in this before, but this is it. The Trojan defense has been trying and clawing, fighting. So much credit to those guys over there on defense. They've worked so hard to keep this a ball game, forced a turnover, great special teams play. It's just the offense, except for one play, let them down. It let them down.
The first down wins the game, all but wins the game for Jeff Morgan. California defense has to come up strong if they want to maintain in the game. Again, it's Power I. Headley in the backfield. Raphael under center. Takes the snap, gives it to Headley, up the middle.
Short.
Does he have enough?
Nope.
No, he doesn't get anywhere on the play. Defensive stand by California. It is 4th down. What do you do if you're Jeff Morgan?
We'll see here. Well, I assume they'll run this down here and then use their final timeout. Depending on what happens here, what they could do was line up in a punting formation and run around, and because they have a shot at that scoreboard on the other side, on the left side of the field. He can watch the scoreboard until it goes to 0 and then fall down and the game's over. We'll see how much time's left. They're going to be, it's under 10 seconds. They're going to be in a spot where they can do that.
And right
5
now,
seconds. They
under
might not
5.
have to run another play. That's it.
They have to run another
Time's
play.
run out here, and that's it.
Did they call it?
I'm not sure
I'm
that
not
the
sure
time
that the game is
just
over.
ran off here.
It is a timeout.
Oh, they'll take a timeout here. But
they may have 0.1 seconds left.
so they put the play clock and the time clock together.
And there's
with
0.9 seconds left of a difference. So 0.9 seconds left in the
Inches.
game.
But since it's that low, all Jeff Morgan has to do is just run back or do something, just fall down. That's it. They don't have to punt. They don't have to do anything fancy. Just run down. But it's high school football, and Anthony, who knows could happen. They're going to line up here. This could be a crazy snap or something. But all he literally has to do is take the snap, maybe move back a couple inches, and this ball game is over.
It is 4th and 3 on the play. Anything can happen. All he has to do is just move back or take a knee. And he's going to move back and takes the knee. California doesn't even try. The game is over 13-8 in favor of the Rockets. But this California team, they put up a good stand against this Jeff Morgan team.
Great effort. Kudos to that Trojan defense. And they fought hard, but when the Rockets needed to get that clutch drive, they got it. Jeff Morgan gets a big win, sets them up perfectly going into the rest of the season. Big matchup against Bentworth next week. But the Trojans, they can make up for it if they can knock out Carmichael's next week and stay for that last spot.
Jeff Morgan ends up 13-8 with a crazy play with the victory. This was a great game, great football game. Loved calling it. For Matt Hagee, Gary Smith and the Truck Art Director, for everyone else in the Truck Owner crew, I'm Anthony DiAgostino. Thank you for watching.